What is up, everybody? Hans is right here. Today, I'm here to tell you how to learn something by yourself. How to self-learn everything. This is an exciting topic, and I know for the people who want to learn something, you probably don't need a teacher. Why? Because if you don't want to learn, teacher asks you to learn a lot of things, you will feel, this is not what I want to learn. And yes, of course, teacher there probably can save you some time, and he will guide you to let you know which part is important, which part is not. But however, if you learn something and you understand how to learn something by yourself, you save your time, you save your money, and you can learn something faster rather than having a teacher. I won't say teacher. I like to say if you need a tutor or you need a coach to help you to learn something, that's great. Or you like whatever the language partner or someone who can help you to do your homework. If you have some mistakes, let them know which part you made, the wrong part, how to fix it. That's great. But what I mean by teaching everything, learn anything by yourself, it is you can just buy some materials and do this work and do test works, do homework by yourself. That's self-learning. And this is what I mentioned about. So in this short video, I want you guys to be here from the beginner for everything you decide to learn. It could be an instrument, it could be a new language. From the beginner to the master, you have to learn 8 points. Number 1 is the decision. You have to make a firm decision. Yes, I want to learn this. I want to learn how to code, for example. I want to learn how to invest money. And I want to learn a new language. I want to have more friends. I want to have more money. I want to learn those skills. I want to learn how to read faster. Those are so many new things you want to learn. First of all, make this firm decision. From 5 years from today, where I want to become, where I want to go, this is your first decision. You make this firm decision. And secondly, is so important for the language part. It is that requires you to remember a lot of things, practice a lot of things. So this is the second important thing is stick to your goal. Yes, even though sometimes you don't have that time. Everyone's grown up. Sometimes you feel sick, or sometimes if you're not comfortable, sometimes someone asks you to hang out. Sometimes your boss asks you to work overnight. For example, a lot of things to handle, so probably you can't not be able to learn something every single day. But remember, stick to your goal even though you have 1 minute. 1 minute you can reveal, for the words part, can reveal 5 words. Each word takes 10 seconds, and that's great. That's better than doing nothing. That's the second part. And the third part is so crucial. It's read. Important words I say 3 times. 重要的事情说3遍. Like these Chinese words, everything is important. I mentioned 3 times. So you say, your reading is so easy. Oh man, not. Reading is something you learned it from primary school to middle school to high school. Those are things like teacher teach you how to read, and when you were in middle school, and like in my lesson, Chinese and English, every time we have tests, we are testing like reading, understanding. Are you understanding this article? 阅读理解, even including in the future TOEFL and GRE tests. There are so many reading tests that require you to read and find important info in this material, right? So it requires you to read and actually specifically understand this information in this book. And you know which part is important, which part is something you can absorb. That is the skill. And remember, Nowadays, you can learn anything from reading. You might say, hey, how can I learn an instrument by reading? Yes, you need to read the lyrics or something that help you to play the guitar. For example, you need to read. Like language part, of course, you need to read. For the coding part, you need to read material. So finding the high quality materials is so important. How can you find it? Finding official materials. Official materials that saves your times. Like if you're looking for learning or like language Python, for example, finding the official materials. They provide those official files, and it has almost everything because it's official. It has the standards and it updates regularly. Because of that, when you read it, when you check on that, you read one word once a time and you can remember them. You can learn them faster. It's better than you just buy material from a random person, right? And the number 4 is you need to find a motivator. Finding motivators means like this is the skill that somebody else has learned that, or this is the skill this guy learned, and based on this skill he achieved a lot of things. For example, trading options, because some guys who learn how to trade options earn millions of dollars. That can be a great motivator, and that can be your future if you focus on this plan, this path, and learn it, and later on, based on your decisions, you are going to be there. So this is the motivator. Another motivator is you can see like your friend of you who learned this, you can learn it together. So you make this learning journey easier and funnier or better. It makes you someone who encouraged you to do this, or someone in front of you letting you know that because of his skill your life is going to change. Or human beings or the animals who need to reason, need a purpose to do something. Without a purpose, how can you learn something? Especially for our adults, we are so purposeful for life because right now we have so much things to handle. We have to work, we have to do a lot of things for lives. So we need to have to build these strong reasons to do that. So we need to find a motivator, give us some constant motivation to do it. Number 5 is to apply it. Apply it is maybe the most painful part, because sometimes you learn it and you forget, and repeat. This is repeat movement. This is the repeat games. Repeat it. Sometimes you know these concepts, you know these ideas, you know how to, you feel like you know it. You adjust to start to understand these abstract ideas, but you just remember it, but you don't know how to use it. This is the process of practicing. For example, for the coding part, you can type some codes from LeetCode.com and find some problems, just use it to solve. For the language part, start to write it, start to speak it, start to use it, and apply them and practice them. Don't care about mistakes. That's the number 7 part. You have to make mistakes quick and fix it. So making a mistake is a great thing because you are using it. Because you are using it, you are going to make mistakes. For example, for the coding part, you can check a lot of online Stack Overflow. For example, for the I know a website called Italki. Once you decide to learn language, you can write articles and let someone help you for the grammar part. And that's this number 6 and number 7. Use the skill to build. That can be a deep reasons for you to do that. For example, for the trading options, you can learn it and start to use a small amount of money to apply and to build a little bit sort of income to give you a little momentum to do that. So the last one is long-term thinking. This stops 99% of people. Well, most of them will learn this and say, hey, I haven't seen any results in a few months. I've learned this for 2 months, but I still feel like stopped. Don't stop. It's psychology. We just feel like at the very beginning we feel happy, but later on when we keep on learning, we don't feel happy or feel disappointed. Why? Because at the very beginning we feel like, hey, I've learned this stuff, and I can basically use this new skill to do something. But later, once you learn something deep, you can start to see this is so hard. But you are making progress because you start to understand the difficulty of this new skill or new things you're learning. You start to see that, oh, this is not easy. This is the process of you now are on this journey. Because you have the long-term thinking, you say, okay, whatever, I'm going to keep learning and keep learning. In years and practices, you are from the year 1 to year 2 and year 3 and year 4, you are on a different level 1, level 2, level 3, especially like the language part in 中文 or whatever, in English, in Russian or different type of things. There's no stop ending, there's no ending. It's just better than before. This is the mindset you should keep in mind. And now, right, this is 8 tips I want to talk to you how to learn anything you liked by yourself. And I hope you guys enjoyed this short video and have a wonderful month and stick to this November game. And I see you on the next one. Peace!